All right, all right, all right. Happy Wednesday, everybody who's watching this on the live. This is a makeshift monologue. What I mean by that is it's surprise, it's spontaneous. As messages come to me and through me, I am opening myself up to really just being a conduit and sharing what comes through in the spur of the moment. And when I have these inspirations, I like to come forward and just share what has been shown to me and what is also on my heart. So we may not have very many live people attending this today. I just want to acknowledge, if you do end up watching the replay, my name is Coach Lois. I am a transformational coach and a plant medicine woman, as well as mom, teacher, musician, all of these beautiful things that I rediscovered about myself. I was in the spiritual closet for a really long time. I have been known as a sales coach. I've been known as an MLM leader. I've been known as a top recruiter. I've also been known as a BNI director. And I've worn many hats, also as mom and wife. And I saw a message today. Someone else was reintroducing themselves. And I thought, you know what? I want to do that. As the founder of Healthy and Wealthy and Wise, and as the founder of the Healthy and Wealthy and Wise movement, my vision hasn't changed at all for 2023. My vision is still to have Project 1000 be fully realized, to inspire, encourage, equip, teach, guide, and support 1,000 people who become paid subscribers inside of my Healthy and Wealthy and Wise community to achieve their best health, their best wealth, through trusting their own best innate wisdom that is deeply, deeply rooted in each and every one of us. And when I was inspired to call this podcast Healthy and Wealthy and Wise, I was a sales coach. And honestly, I didn't realize it at the time. I was a little bit lost, a little bit dazed, a little bit confused. I knew there was something that I was on my heart since 2007 when I left the real estate industry because of the recession and was picking up the pieces of my life because I had just found myself in homelessness. I found myself having my car repossessed the day before my 30th birthday. I had so much success up until that point, and it really stopped me in my tracks. And it was at that moment that I wanted to become more of a spiritual teacher, transformational coach, actually. But I was so scared. I was so scared. Imposter syndrome was taking me down. I was so scared of speaking my truth that I manifested an autoimmune disease in my throat. And some of you have heard the story, but I wanted to kind of bring it all together to why am I reintroducing myself today? At that time, I was so scared to speak my truth. Not only did I manifest an autoimmune disease, I kind of ran in the opposite direction. I hid and started wearing a mask, and I became a personal trainer. I was satisfied with that, but I wasn't truly fulfilled. There was something missing. And I didn't go inside to find the answers. I looked outside of myself. I compared myself. I found someone else had this thing called success, and I adopted their definition of success. I was told by a lot of external people in my life, this is what you should do. Get on Facebook, post and sell and talk to X amount of people every day. Do. I became a human doing. And these past 2+ years that I've been spending deep dive healing, going within and coming back to my truth, even though it was terrifying, roughly every quarter, or as I like to say, every 12-week year, I got more and more clarity. I got more and more courage. I got more and more guidance, also known as inner wisdom, on how to slowly not only peel back the layers of the stuff that no longer served me, that I really got to look at to heal. I also got more and more courage and clarity around my life purpose. So I just wanted to reintroduce myself today and tell you that I've finally fully come out of the spiritual closet. And I'm sharing this to inspire you also, no matter where you are at. And you don't have to be in the spiritual closet, coming out of the spiritual closet to identify with what I'm talking about here. I talk to a lot of people. And a lot of people are feeling a little lost, dazed, and confused after everything that's happened for us in the world and what's going on. There's a lot of external things that might be shining a light on some stuff that you don't want to look at right now. Or there might be a lot of external things that are causing you to be triggered and questioning what your purpose or role is on this planet right now. And because I've done all this work and because I failed forward, I tested, beta tested, test, course correct, as I like to call it. I stumbled, I fumbled. I didn't make a lot of money the past 2 years, full disclosure, but I wasn't money motivated anymore. I was passion motivated. I was finding my truth motivated. And through all of that, I am reintroducing myself to you as Coach Lois, the plant medicine woman, the microdosing coach, helping you with sacred plants so you can go within and heal. For as within, so without. We're in a space now. If you don't heal it, it's going to keep coming and bugging you. You're going to keep attracting the same partners or the same clients that might be pissing you off. You're going to get to look at it because we're heading into the age of Aquarius. We're heading into more of an embodied world where you're going to be triggered and you're going to feel it. It's going to come up for you, whether it's anxiety, whether it's depression, whether it's fear, shame. We can't run from it anymore, maybe like we have been these past 2,000-3,000 years. We can't force things to happen anymore. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, that's fine. I'm just wanting to be a light in the world and share all that I have learned through my subscription, but also through my podcast. My podcast, of course, will always be free. If you become a paid subscriber, you don't have to do psychedelics. You don't have to get into the plant medicine realm. I have classes that are so affordable to help you heal, to help you embody your truth, to help you dig deep into those unconscious wounds that are undoubtedly holding you back, like they were holding me back from my truth, holding me back from my happiness. They say happiness is a choice, but I'm also here to tell you healing is a choice. And you can fake it till you make it. You can choose, don't worry, be happy. But if you don't really feel it in your body, it's going to be inauthentic. And people are getting more and more in tune with inauthentic. So the more authentic in your truth you can become, more embodied you can become, the more you can heal what you're feeling. If there's the icky, uncertain feelings, the fear, the anger, the shame, the doubts, the anxiety, the depression, the stuff that a lot of people don't want to talk about, we want to be able to feel those so that we can put love and compassion within them. Because again, as within, so without. The more love and compassion you can find within yourself, the more you can then share it with the world. And the world is such a better place with more love, light, and compassion. And my vision as a plant medicine woman, microdosing coach, and again, if that's not for you, I'm a transformational coach who can work with you without sacred plants. The whole goal is to help you shine your light. The whole goal of transformation, just like that cocoon process, the caterpillar to the cocoon to the butterfly. How do you align your mind, your body, and your spirit to be in alignment with your heart's truth, your heart's passions, your heart's desires, your desires, not someone else's on Facebook that you might be comparing yourself to. So I just wanted to come back and reintroduce myself to you guys today. Now that I have really been sometimes it felt like stumbling and fumbling in the dark these past 2 years, still being of service, but really still finding and redefining what is my place in this world. And thank you for those of you who've been on this ride with me. Thank you for those of you who have been encouraging me, and even thank you to those of you who've been testing me, helping me be triggered to realizing, you know what, that is not what I want to be doing inside of my programs or my business. Really getting clear and grounded in my truth. It takes a lot of testing, course correcting, and being willing to fail forward, because failure is so normal. It's so necessary. So don't be afraid to fail. If nothing else, this message was an encouraging message for you today to speak your truth, be seen, be heard, allow your feelings to come through, to flow through you, because you are an amazing being, not simply a human doing. And if you want to have a conversation more about that beingness that's inside of all of us, please shoot me an email, lois@loiscoffey.com. And if you saw value in this short, quick monologue, please hit the share button. Sharing is caring. And I also have a class coming up on Tuesday, May 2nd, depending on when you see this. You can actually still go to this website because I'll be updating it regardless of whether or not you catch this episode in time. I'm going to be having a microdosing and psychedelics 101 class next Tuesday. So if you go to microdosingforhealth.now.site, you can sign up for that class on May 2nd. Or again, if you're catching this on the recording later after May 2nd, you can sign up for the next class because I'll be updating it regularly, building awareness, also hopefully helping bust the myths about microdosing and psychedelics. There's a lot of misinformation out there. I want to help hopefully protect some of you from some of the bad experiences that I've had, the scary, really at times terrifying experiences that I've had, and then also share with you the hope, the possibilities, the healing, the transformation, and also sharing why I feel plant medicine and microdosing is so profound. It's not for everyone. I do know this. However, if you choose that path, if you go all in on your spiritual healing with it, you will be blown away by what's possible. So reach out to me if you have any questions, lois@loiscoffey.com. If you'd like any coaching support, I do offer up free consultations as well as the free classes. So I look forward to seeing you guys on the next show. We do have a great episode this Friday. We're going to talk about finances, holistic wealth. And as always, signing off until next time, Coach Lois for Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise. Here's to your best health, your best wealth, your best wisdom.